Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another exciting session. As I promised with you guys that this time we would be bringing one industrial expert from Dubai. He have a vast experience of working in Gulf market. Along with that, he have a vast experience of designing a process which actually helps anybody who is actually a job seeker. He have done tremendous job in that domain to provide a sport to millions of people that are there in Dubai. So that's really important in that sense to have a discussion with Liaquat Ali. He has a vast experience. So I want Liaquat Ali to talk first of all about his introduction, uh, and then we would move on with some questions. And we would be definitely taking on your questions right away after this session. So we would be definitely announcing you, like we would be talking about some process, and then later on, we would be talking about we would be definitely taking your questions also. So I want Mr. Liaquat to start up with introduction, and then we would definitely talk further about that.
Assalamualaikum everyone, and thank you, Noman, for providing this platform to give some introduction about the updates in the job market and to share some tips and techniques. If I go with my introduction first, my name, as you explained already, my name is Liaquat Ali. Basically, by profession, I am instrument designer. So here with the ADNOC, the oil company, main oil company here in UAE, and as a hobby, you can say I am helping job seekers. I have been working on supporting job seekers, how to hunt job, how to prepare a resume, how to update your LinkedIn profile, how to optimize things so that ultimately finally you reach your goal, utilizing a systematic approach, and you design your strategy in a way that you are trying to achieve in your goal in a proper way. So basically I belong to Pakistan Multan side. My education was relevant to electronics field, and later on I have been to instrumentation field in on the field side. So I have been working with in Pakistan with the agrochemical, and then later on I was with the Parco oil refinery project also. And from there I moved to Saudi Arabia, with the Samref, Saudi Aramco mobile refinery, in the design field. So in the beginning of my career, I started from the as a technician, and from technician I moved in the technician also. In the beginning, I was in the maintenance side, and from maintenance side I moved to construction and installation side, and from there I moved to design side. So if you go through my experience, I have been working with hand and now in the design side also. So I cover almost all the aspects of engineering, procurement, and construction, plus maintenance and other fields. So that is something related to my career history, which was related to my field in electronics and instrumentation, and a little bit touch of electrical also. Because when we come here in UAE, if you have idea about the design field, here in the design section, most of the time instrument and electrical designer, they are considered as a kind of combined approach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my career, this technical career, starting from 1997 to
Mm-hmm.
till today, I am in these phases, as my own career. But
Correct.
this is the thing which is sometime it happens with many people that by profession they are something else, and but by passion they are something else.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so my
Yeah.
passion is more linked with the people. I love to
Mm-hmm.
support people in some way. So the domain which attracted me, or the The problem which I faced in my early career was something that is missing or a gap in our education system, because our
Yeah.
education system is teaching us about the technical knowledge
Mm-hmm.
about the field, but it doesn't build the communication skills enough that how to apply for a job, or how to
Mm-hmm.
hunt a job, or how to use social media platform in
Mm-hmm.
effective way, or how to grow your network, how to grow your
Great.
personal and professional network to grow in life. And what I have realized, even especially for the students, and even I try to approach some of the teachers also, and I try to convey this message to teachers also, that
Mm-hmm.
the brilliant student in class is not the brilliant professional in the field most of the time. Normally, the candidate or the person who is more socially active is more
Mm-hmm.
dominant in the professional field. So these were few points. I'm I sorry, during the introduction itself, I just moved on to some technical aspects, but I was just highlighting that uh, we should not skip, or we should not avoid our passion in and at any stage of our life. Sometimes people think that now it's over and now I have chosen my career, and by chance or by the force of others, and now I'm in this field, so it is quite difficult for me to follow my passion. But it is never too late. If I were to just give you the example of the KFC, he started his business at the after the age of 60. So never stop your dream, or never stop your passion. uh, Maintain the balance of kitchen and passion.
Correct. So, may I know, thank you for brief introduction. May I know about what motivates you actually to, launch a website and help people? Because that really needs some strong motivation, motivation at the back. And otherwise, there are many folks who don't want to actually help people. I mean, when they are like struggling, they wanted to get a help, but when they are into field, they really don't want to help anyone. They forget about their pain and they move on. That's what I don't want, and that is a real connection point between you and me, because I'm also trying to actually share a free information for those folks who are actually looking for information related to control system. That's why this channel is there to help them actually to learn the skill set free of cost if they can't pay for the high paid courses. But there's a motivation at the back end. Well, I wanted to know what's your motivation at the, that motivates you to start up this initiative, which is very excellent.
Yeah, before I go to my motivation, I would like to appreciate your efforts and your channel also, because it's your I have gone through many videos of your channel, and I have seen it is very valuable content, and the knowledge which comes of a later stage in the professional side, and students have no approach to that kind of knowledge in normal learning scenario. So that is a very good source of them for them. And when I talk about my own motivation or something which excites me, it's mainly what I understand and what I have realized. It is something coming from inside of every person. Basically, I consider it like a hobby. Normally, for example, I used to say people love to watch cricket. So there are 11 plus 11 players in the stadium, and they are playing cricket, and there are millions of people who are watching. But actually, they are, from my understanding, sorry from the cricket lovers, but from my understanding, they are just wasting their time, because they are not getting any benefit out of that, or there is no even the team which is playing match, even they win or they lose, the person who is just on the watching side, he is not getting or he is not adding any value to anybody's life, right? But somehow the dopamine connection is there, the chemical which is getting released and he's getting relaxed, that has been connected with his hobbies or with his passion. So for example, if he's a cricket lover or he's lover of any other sport or any other kind of activities also. So you should connect your hobbies or your things with something which is connected to solving the problem of people around you, and especially if you are focused on solving the problem of people, or the kind of problem which you have faced yourself, and you want, at least I have faced, so others should not face this problem. That is the base of the motivation. So all the viewers who are listening, I would request them to just think about the problems which they faced in their life. It might be related to profession, it might be related to some other things, but just think that you face this problem. So and somebody is there who has planted a tree, and but he is not sitting under that tree, but he has planted that tree for someone else. So try to plant a tree, try to support others in a way, and that gives the highest satisfaction. You know, when I help someone, and when I help in improving CV, and after that he's getting job and he's coming back with the result, and he says thank you. That thank you and the face expression gives the energy or gives the motivation level that cannot be explained in the words. So that is basically the energy which we get from the people. So
That's
normally,
correct.
if I say, normally people used to say, "मेरे लिए दुआ करना," right? They used to say to their mother and father that please pray for me, and the others pray for me. But these prayers, when these prayers are coming from tongue only or from here only, they are not actually the prayers. The actual prayer is one which comes from the heart, which comes from the feeling. So that feeling is basically the energy around you, and that energy gives you very positive vibes and very positive feelings. And that's, for as per my understanding, or what I used to say, the people say I am lucky or I am not lucky. That luck is basically the amount of energy or the amount of prayers he has received from around the world, and that is the motivation which keeps you moving on the track, or keeps you consistency. Even in the beginning you get failures, even in the beginning you get difficulties, but that motivation keeps you strong and keeps you moving on the way. So always try to get this positive energy or prayers from others, and that comes only when you will be solving the problems of others. So
Yeah.
so make a list of your own personal problems which you have faced, and then you can maybe find out which problem is connected more to your passion, more to your heart, and then you can start something like Noman has started this YouTube channel based on something he most probably he has faced something in life, and which uh, created the result that he should move on to this kind of support. And almost similar goes in my case also. I was facing the problem. Even if I watch my 10 years old or 15-year-old CV, I laugh at myself that what I was doing,
Mhm.
because knowledge was not there. There was nobody to guide. There was no career guidance in the proper in the market. So that's the motivation.
That's great. That's very few folks you would see in a market who are actually trying to help. I don't blame anyone to do business, but there should be somewhere around that you can actually help by any mean. Like if you can contribute. Actually, problem is that when people start doing something, they face difficulties, and after hard times is when they are in the good times, they forget that like you, there are many other people who are actually still fighting for, they are still looking for some help. Maybe your word, one simple tutorial can help someone to unlock their potential and their job and possibilities. Thank you for what you're doing. You're doing great job. I'm really inspired by you, the way you actually put up the energy to, help people in Middle East market. I am getting a lot of time from the students, like one question, which is one of the top hard questions, like, is there any chance for anybody who wanted to get a job in Middle East market as a fresher?
Uh, Although the straight answer for the fresher is not a no, although there are many examples I can see here in the markets where fresher also got the chance. But my advice or my preference is always try to get at least 2 years experience at your hometown. The value or level of experience which you will get in India or Pakistan or in your home country at the beginning level, that is actually not comparable with the UAE market. UAE market has some different standard, high standards, but when it comes to the competition or the things, the basic, uh, it becomes quite difficult for a fresher to move in the career in the long run, in the long run. So in the beginning you might get a chance here. There is not strictly no to freshers, they can come, they have a chance, but my preference or my advice, always try to get at least 2 year experience at your home country. uh, I hope this answers the basic questions.
Of course. So, what else you advise anybody who have an experience and he wanted to land a job there? What are the tips and tricks that can definitely help to unlock their first job in Middle East market? Is there any chance of someone applying from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, these countries, or anywhere else in the world, and to apply from their native country and come up to Dubai market? Is it possible, or it's always required to have a visit visa and get in there and then start looking for a job?
Yeah, approximately 60 to 70% preference is given to the people who are already here in UAE. Most of the job titles when I see, although it depends on different job titles and other things, mostly the you can say technician levels or mid level career, uh, it is preferred that the candidate is here in 60 to 70% cases. One of my close friend who is basically instrument technician, senior instrument technician, he is in Lahore, and he was trying almost for 4 or 5 months to apply for different jobs, but he was not getting result. Then he came on visit visa here for and within the 1 month time he has attended more than 3 interviews, and he applied to many jobs also. So this was the practical example also for one of my very close friend
Mm-hmm.
who is senior instrument technician in the oil and gas industry.
Great.
And but still and the senior level positions, yes, there are, you can apply from your home country. For the tips and techniques which you should use to apply for job, I would like to share one slide which might give you the idea as a big picture. So Noman, if you allow me to share the screen, may I share the screen? Yeah, Noman, your
Yeah,
mic.
I was on mute. So can you share? Can you see the screen share options down
Yeah,
there into the
yeah, sure,
screen?
sure,
You can
sure.
share from there. I will add.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are able to see my screen?
It's not coming up here, so when it would come up here, I will allow it, and I hope that would be best in that case. Yeah, it's coming up right now, so I edit it. Yeah, I can see it now. Move on, please.
Yeah, basically this gives you a big picture that how people get job in UAE. This was one survey which we conducted basically on LinkedIn, and in this survey, more than 100%, more than 100 professional responded. So basically, we can get approximately to the percentage idea, the idea of the percentage how people get job in UAE. So if I start from the reference or networking, so 13% out of 100 get the job via reference or networking. So which is the almost highest in the graph. And basically this comes from the fact that the reference or networking builds the confidence of for the hiring person. Plus, because the hiring process becomes more reliable when somebody is coming through reference. So even my one or two jobs, some of the jobs were from the other sources, but almost I have changed done in my career, joined almost 4 to 5 companies, and from these 4 to 5, almost 4 companies were via reference. And that reference comes basically from your positive attitude and your social being socially active. You are socially active, not only on the fun side but on the supporting side, and you are valuable for other people. So when you are valuable for other people, you have a place in the heart and mind of other people. So that is the essence of your network. And that when you have a powerful network, that network supports you when you are in any kind of trouble. And mostly this networking is a two-way approach. You help others and others help you. That goes in positive in the way. And one more point in this networking is basically you use the digital media now, in terms of online and offline both. You have to work on building your network. You have to learn the basic essence of building your network. They say your network is your net worth. So that is that social maturity skills should be part of your life. You can go to YouTube, you can search the social improvement skills, communication skills, and that always play a role in improving your network in the long way. That how you communicate with people, how you build a positive relation, how you build the rapport, how you have a positive impact or positive vibes around you. And the other sources which you can see on the list are Google and some other job portals like Indeed and Baith and Naukri. In terms of different job sites, Indeed is the number one website considered in terms of the survey results from different candidate. Other than LinkedIn, Indeed is one of the most result providing kind of job portal, you can say, which every job seeker must try. And the other thing, which is basically mainly for mid career level, is the newspapers. So we have here in UAE Gulf News and Khalij Times and some other online newspapers which they have their classified section. And in their classified section, and some of the paper which comes mostly on Saturday, they have especially appointments page, additional appointments page, which has multiple jobs there. So these are the key sources uh, from applying or different sources how people are actually getting job. But if we summarize all this, the base or the key point is your attitude, your consistency, your skills and your capabilities which you try and which you apply, and accordingly you get the results. Right, Numan, over to you. Your mic is mute, Numan.
Sorry again. So what I'm trying to say here is like, what are other key tips? Like if somebody is there in Dubai, like let's suppose he landed there, and what about current situation before we talk about that? Is it possible for someone still in this COVID-19 situation to be there from India, from Pakistan and Bangladesh? I know there are some issues for visas for Pakistan for now, but from other countries, like if somebody is trying to visit there, is there still after COVID-19 jobs there in Middle East, especially Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
uh, Jobs are there still in the market, but if we go specifically with the point of that right now they should come or not, actually the rules are changing on almost on daily basis. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
are watching the news updates of for related to visa, related to protocols of airlines, and related to different protocols of countries. Now, for example, sometimes they just start that okay, you have to uh, quarantine for this much period, and then you need to have the test approval from this source of medical center, and then you, so rules are changing
Mm-hmm.
almost on you can say weekly basis. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but right now, at the moment, when we are talking right now,
Yeah.
still there are jobs in the market. There are if somebody is relevant to the field, suppose he as per my suggestion, first he should try to apply from home country and see the response. If he's getting relevant email alerts and he's getting the pop-ups relevant to his job, but only
Mm-hmm.
thing the reason which he is not able to qualify for that job is because he is not currently here or his visa status is not like that, then only he should plan for a 3 month visa.
Mm-hmm.
And then if he comes here, there are chances that if jobs relevant to his field are plenty available, he might
Mm-hmm.
get a chance. Plus, if he is, you can say, extraordinary category of candidate, uh,
Mm-hmm.
there is always a place for the people who are highly skilled or who have special skills, because the worry of job market is only for mainly the average or below average candidates. The candidates who are with the good communication skill, with the good network, with the powerful skill, also the market doesn't get much tough for them.
Mm-hmm.
So they should they must try, they must come on visit visa and try for the job.
Great. So I wanted to like, please, can you please share your website because it's an amazing work done, and I wanted to know who's at the think tank, main think tank behind that, because I was just looking into your website. This is an ideal for someone who's looking for a job, especially in UI market. So can you please share something about your website and how it works?
Yeah, sure. And I will be sharing two more slides, which gives you a basic idea of the concept which is behind the basic idea of this website. And after that, I will be sharing the website also. So, are you able to see my screen?
It's not yet coming, but well, I think it would be right there in just a moment. Yeah, I added it now. Now you can
Right.
go ahead.
So basically, the Nawafis website concept is based on 10-step support system. So these 10 steps, basically, I will be explaining in two slides and two terminologies which I will use to understand. The first terminology is we call arrow. So in terms of arrow, there are five uh, points which are the basic points which you need to understand, which every job seeker need to focus. And then there are another 5 points which we call laser as a terminology. So this arrow and laser uh, is the short keywords which gives you idea that which portion or which area of your job hunt strategy you need to focus, or you is missing in your strategy, or gap is there. So first is attitude. A for attitude, your approach, mindset, and focus. I will just quickly go through, because if I will go in detail, then we will be run out of time. R is for resume or CV, or history of your skill and experience. That 2 pages document which explains everything about you in short and sweet way. That should be up to market standard. You need to see what kind of terminologies or what kind of standards are there in the market, because there are different understanding in Pakistan market, in Europe side, and then in Gulf side. There are some minor differences in the standard, so you need to understand that and you need to apply on that. Then there are recruitment agencies which you need to focus, which you need to approach in a way to reach the job goals. Then O is for organization or target companies, because every sector, or for example, if you are into oil and gas, you will be focusing on the oil and gas field. If you are into cement industry, or if you are into chemical industry, then accordingly you will make a list of companies. Then list of companies, you will focus on the people working in those companies. You will network with them using the different social media platforms, especially LinkedIn. And then this uh, all the process will work in your support to achieve the target jobs. And then W is for website to register or online job portals. Like as I said, Indeed is one of the job portals. Bait is also one of the very important job portals that should be registered. And now Office is also in there in the uh, points. The next thing which the other job tens other 5 steps in these 10 steps, we call it laser. And this L is for LinkedIn, that you need to focus on LinkedIn and social media to approach a job in a professional way. Then you need to focus on your own advertisement, because they say whatever is your job, basically you are salesman. So you are basically until unless you advertise or market yourself, the chances of being seen or your visibility is get low. So if you are not visible, you are not hireable or employable. That makes the problem. So you need to focus on your advertisement also. And basically your CV is one of your marketing document itself. You can have many other marketing documents also. You can make your video CV, you can make your job search card, you can make your flyers, and advertise your skill and talent. And so your visibility gets increased. When relevant people or something is has the relevant keywords in the mind, your name should come in his mind. That's the point. And S for laser is basically special people in your life, basically your family, friends, reference, that you need to organize in a proper way, and target them and approach them. Then E is to extend hand and help others and collect prayers. Basically, this E is for energy also, that you need to get positive energy around you, because if your luck is not good, then everything you try takes you to failure. So always try to have good luck, and that good luck comes from the positive energy around you, and that positive energy is basically positive feelings of people or prayer of the people around you. And the last R of the laser is stands for you need to review the progress or revise or restart the or consult with the expert or go through all your steps which you have done and then see where is the gap and what was missing there. So these are the 10 steps which are base of job search or job hunt. Now if I just give the quick review of Nawafis job portal. So if you go and you type Nawafis NAVAFIZ .com, you will get this website. And in this website, we have support systems for recruitment and job seekers and career development and entrepreneurs. Right. So this will take you to login page. You can log in, and it will you can create your account. So after creating your account, what are the key important things which you will see here is if you will go to home, this home is basically for the as received kind of jobs when different people are sharing that if there is a job coming on as received basis. For example, this job is we are hiring for investment company in Dubai, so business development manager, and this is salary and other detail and email address is given, and you can apply like that. But if you want to see the verified job section, if you will click here, you will be landing on the this page which takes you to different aspects. But the main source or key source which is directly from the points of now office, uh, that is in this verified job sections. And in this verified job section, different jobs will be there. You can see the job and you can apply. One more important thing which you need to focus is your profile. You need to have complete profile so that when somebody is searching for candidates, you appear your summary of career and your other detail should be in a proper way. So when we search for the candidate or when recruiters comes here and they try to find professionals, for example, if I come here and if I search by professional, for example, electrical engineer, so in this search, if your profile is complete and if your data is 100% complete, it will be displayed here. So it will help the recruiters to find the, uh, the relevant candidates and act accordingly. So these are I just tried to brief it if because if I will go in more detail, there will be so many points. If there's some questions relevant to that, you can ask. Maybe I will answer to that specific questions. But this was just a quick overview. So this it has more than 54,000 professionals registered on the website. There are more than 700 success stories where candidates are sharing their stories that they got hired. Then we are doing a resume review also and guiding the job seekers where to focus, which area to focus properly. And then there are these are some other statistics related to job logs and how many jobs have been posted till now. So this was some you can say introduction or details about now office website.
May I know some charges for like if somebody wanted to get a review of the CV, is it like some charges there for that or not?
Till 2020, we have been doing all the activities as a volunteer.
Okay.
And this there was some all the review for free of charge.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time we have realized that there is a need that still with the volunteer support or with the free advice, like we have 21 key points which
Mm-hmm.
we give to the candidates for free, and we tell them that they should try to apply these 21 key points and use the free provided Nawafis format and do it by themselves, because the
Mhm.
best CV maker is the person by himself,
Mhm.
because the knowledge or the idea which you have about you, your knowledge and skills, you will be the best. But still we face the problem that even after providing the volunteer support or free guidance, you can say, uh, there are
Mhm.
candidates who are still not able to improve the result or not able to get the
Mhm.
required, you can say, rating of the CV.
Mhm.
So, depending on the situation of the candidate, we have to see that, okay, from 21 points guidance, and then the providing the format that is free of charge. And if a candidate can do it by himself, that is the best. But if still they need more services or going toward the premium services, so that is from case to case. The charges are from case to case, because in some cases we have to do an assessment that how much time or how much effort would be required to improve this resume. If the effort is less, so charges are also less. But if uh, the effort will be higher based on
Mhm.
assessment, the charges will also go accordingly higher. So it is, there is no fixed value or fixed
Mhm.
things. It all depends on the assessment. But
Good.
still we prefer that, okay, everyone should make his own CV. He should
Mhm.
understand that these are the key points which covers almost everything.
Mhm. So now we would be taking on a few questions also, because we have promised people here to, we are going to answer the questions. So everybody who is actually still here looking for, this live webinar, it's the time to put up question, and we got many questions. I'm putting the questions on the screen. And sir, I am instrument engineer. I want to go to oil and gas. Which subjects I have to clear? I think you're
Which
the best to
subject?
answer
So
that.
in terms of instrument engineer, of course, the degree should be there. The point, although the question in terms of subject, there is no specific subjects requirement. Uh, you need to have that the degree as an instrumentation engineer. That's the first point. But the second point, which I want to highlight, is focusing more on degree. Although degree has an important factor, but your uh, effective use of, you should, the students should never ignore LinkedIn. They should use LinkedIn effectively. I would request everyone to just simply go to YouTube and type the word LinkedIn optimization. So if you will try see some of the videos relevant to LinkedIn optimization, you will get the idea basically what is the science or what is the logic behind LinkedIn. What is the key difference between other job portals and LinkedIn, and that will play basically active role in later on your professional lives. You will be connected with the relevant people, and you will get that knowledge. That is more important than focusing on some
Mhm.
specific subject. You just need to clear your degree in general terms, and then
Mhm.
after that you need to get relevant experience, because
So,
the top reason of rejection is you don't have experience. You don't have experience. That will, in the beginning of the career, this becomes like a irritating word for a fresh candidate who is trying to apply, because every company, when he is trying to give the reason of rejection, they are just saying you don't have, we need someone with the experience. So
this
that,
is this is one of the top question that I receive on my LinkedIn profile from all the folks, that if I don't have an experience, how I can face this question that you don't have experience. Because thing is, like, if somebody is not going to give a job to anyone, how is it possible to get an experience. I remember myself, like, when I've been graduated, I was roaming around here in industry of QATAR based in Pakistan. I was asking them, guys, please take this CV and take me on the job without any salary. Just give me a
Yeah,
chance to get an experience. So, but that doesn't work. So what is your advice for even those folks who are actually looking for a job? Because there are people who, they are so much ignorant. The people who are in industry, they don't actually value the fresh graduates, especially at the moment due to current situation where economy is suffering everywhere. There is a lot of stories like that. So I wanted to get your opinion how to make yourself valuable in that kind of a situation. Please go ahead.
yeah. Basically, uh, suppose if you have your own company, if you think from the other side, I will come to that point also. But before that, if you think from the other side, for example, if you have any kind of factory, your factory is there. Would you prefer to hire fresh candidate, or would you prefer to hire experience? So seeing from the company side, or seeing from the hiring authority side, this is their mindset. So we the first thing is, instead of taking it and on an irritating side, we need to understand their side position also. And number two, there are some if we are seeing only big picture only, where every job is there and we are trying for every job as a fresh, we will get more rejections. But there are some specific fields or specific sectors and specific websites also, which are mainly focusing on the jobs for fresher. There are some apprenticeship kind of things, like after your education you go to the apprenticeship, or as a trainee. There are jobs which are advertised as a trainee, and there are websites also. In terms of UAE, there's website called internsme.com. Recently, there is it is renamed to some other name also, but the name which I if even if you search internsme, you will get that website. And that is focused mainly for the jobs of fresher candidates, or as a trainee, or as a apprenticeship. So uh, when you are in this phase, or when you are in this transition phase, we can say, Google, and when you search for job, not only search the keywords relevant to your field, add the keywords of trainee and apprenticeship, and there are some other keywords also which are equivalent to this. You can search the relevant keywords which are more equivalent to the word trainee. You can also try those keywords also. And point three, which I want to focus for the fresher, is to get compensate your missing experience with the practical knowledge which is shared on YouTube. Even the channel by Noman is almost compensation of missing experience. So the
Mhm.
knowledge which they share in their technical videos and technical things, that is compensating the missing experience,
Information.
field
Yeah.
experience. If a fresher goes through that, and he's facing the interview, and the employee is saying that you don't have experience, you can say that I don't have experience, but I have complete knowledge of the things which are technically used in this field, and you can convince them in the way that uh,
Yeah.
so these are the 3 points which you need to consider as a fresher. First thing, which will work on your mindset, basically, that instead of getting disappointed on no from the other side, you need to
Mhm.
understand the other party also, that they have
Yep.
also their limitations and their problem. And
Oh.
number two is to focus. You need to focus according to your matching criteria. So suppose you are a fresher, so you need to focus on the jobs which are there for freshers. And the third point, which I said, that you need to use your communication and convincing power. based on your knowledge.
Great. So I just want to add a few things here. Like all those folks who are actually freshers and they get into industry, first of all, they're not prepared for it. Because what education system everywhere, not only in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, I'm talking about around the world, you would see one thing because I have privilege to train people across the globe, which are in control system domain from Canada, Australia, big names. When you talk about like with the technology, education system is not covering in most of the cases what's needed in industry. So most of the
Yeah, yeah,
folks who actually get into into the real field start applying, they are actually overthinking about scenario outside, because they're thinking like right away when they got a degree, they are into one step ahead to land a job with a car and office and that luxurious
yeah,
life. But that's not the
yeah,
case. Yeah.
yeah. Correct, correct.
You have to actually start putting a right energy at that time to grab a skill set that's needed in industry. Don't focus on jobs, like you have to apply, but your key focus is to update your skills. Like there are many YouTube channels. I know when I started my YouTube my career back then in 2011, at that time there was nothing. There was literally nothing available on YouTube channel for
Hmm.
automation related fields. And then I was struggling badly on that to find the right information, because everywhere you have to pay and get information. That's
Yeah,
the reason to start up a YouTube channel. That's the reason we have created a whole playlist of PLC training, DCS, SCADA, HMI, for those folks who are freshers. You can start step by step. There are lectures that are like more than 40 lectures on PLC. There are 10 plus lectures on SCADA. There are good number of the lectures on DCS also. So if you got that information in your hand and then apply, that's a different case, because you add it a skill set that's needed in industry. People will love to talk to you, to hire you, give you a chance. Otherwise, like if you got a degree, just it's just a piece of paper. Nowadays, scenario
yeah.
around the world is changing. People are looking for the skill set, they're not looking for your degree, a piece of paper.
Correct,
So
correct. Very right, very right. So that gap basically is there in the education system, which students should know in advance, and they should try to compensate in advance that they are going to face this issue now, so they should be ready and prepared for that.
yeah, and another thing I see, like people, information is there. Information is labeled properly. There are playlists. You guys can go ahead and watch one by one. I'm not here to promote that. Don't come up to my YouTube channel and try to explore it. I want you to get into any YouTube channel. There are many good YouTube channels which are providing, and like you just follow one guy and do one by one. There are videos available, playlists available. People are throwing information. Just grab that information. If you would be putting up energy, like you would be definitely motivated, and that energy will drive you to get in like into industry. Because you at the start you need energy, and energy comes from the right passion. And right passion is to get in required skills. Don't focus on the situation out there. Don't listen to the negativity, like the government and job situation and all that, COVID, blah blah blah. This is there for everyone. You're not the only guy to be facing that. There are other folks who are facing that. It's the time to step up. It's the time to get some skill set that's needed, that's advisable, that is like that is to get a step by step guidance. And I'm telling you, there are many courses which are free of cost, which I shared here on this YouTube channel. You guys can explore that. You can get a training, get certificate free of cost also. What you need more at the moment, there are many companies which are actually providing free of cost courses, and they're right there on this YouTube channel. I shared, I didn't hide it, because as a professional, I was aware about that courses. So you can go ahead and get that one by one. So that's the my advice for anybody who is into that. So the next question we have, sir, I'm a BE graduate electrical and electronics. I want to get into oil and gas. Please suggest courses I need to complete so that I can fetch a job in Gulf. It's a good question.
Uh, yeah, it's really good questions, but as we answered in the previous question also, instead of focusing on specific course or something, you need to focus more on the apprenticeship type of things, or when you get a job as a trainee, because the things which you will learn on the job will add more value. But in addition, if you want to go with some courses related to oil and gas, that it is mostly relevant to the general knowledge of the oil and gas process, how oil and gas industry works. There are many courses which you can even go to Google and search, and then accordingly, which the point which will be more linked with your passion, that will work more for you. And when we say oil and gas field, basically in the field oil and gas, there are many sectors also, that there are field workers who are actually at the plant side. Then there are people who are in the construction side. There are also BE graduate engineers, and then there are people on the design side. So there is a long series of relevant certification, you can say, which is available there. But you need I'm not in a position to give you one exact course which should be suitable for you. So basically you have to refer to the list and then see that which is more connected with your passion, and accordingly go with that. uh, and but in the beginning, again, as I said, instead of focusing more on courses, I would suggest you to focus more on getting experience
Yeah, that's
as a
needed
trainee.
because
So
yeah,
as a trainee, when you will join a company, accordingly your position will be shaped up, and your interest will come out based on a few hit and trial basis.
mhm. That's great. So we are running short of time. Thank you very much for actually being part of this live. And I hope you guys love it. If you love it, please hit the like button so that we continue making that kind of sessions, which can bring a value for everyone out there. So your likes would also help to reach to, like, if you're gonna hit the like button, more people would be notified, and YouTube algo actually works like that. So why not to contribute a positive thing, and just like hit the like button so that this video can reach to more folks, and who can actually have a look at that and get a benefit out. Thank you very much, Liaquat, for being part of it, and I hope we would have informative sessions again on this YouTube channel.
Thank you, Noan. Thank you very much, and thank you for the viewers also who have engaged and gave the very valuable contribution. And thank you very much, and best wishes for all.
Have a good day. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome.